Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Tony Harvin, and we back with another one. We back with another video on these so-called preachers, these so-called pastors and whatnot who've been arrested or sentenced to prison time. And this one comes out of California. This individual was sentenced to what? 45 years to life in prison for what? Assaulting 3 little girls, man. This is a sad case. This is a really, really sad case. Time and time again, we do these news stories and whatnot, and the hashtag I put, give him life, judge. Justice have been served. Justice have been served, because you got a lot of these creeps in the pulpit like that. You got a lot of them like that. You got some of the members that know about it and try to sweep it underneath the rug. It's rough out here in these days, especially behind that pulpit. There's a lot of demons in that pulpit right now. And some people know. Some people do know. And like this individual right here, as we're going to read the news story about this, here's the headline. It says, Santa Ana church leader gets 45 years of life for assaulting 3 little girls. 3 little girls. It's sad, man. So we're going to scroll down. So they got this individual's face in a news article. Look at this creep. Look at this pedophile. He looks familiar. I believe I did a news story on this person on my secondary YouTube channel, maybe last year, whatever the case may be. Look at him. Just look at him. So it says a church leader, once again, has been sentenced to 45 years to life for sexually assaulting 3 young girls he met while attending church in Santa Ana. While he met in church. You see that? You see that? He calls himself a preacher, but yet you're thinking about little kids? Really? How you preaching the word of God? How you call yourself preaching the word of God on any of those individuals out there who call themselves preachers and pastors, but you thinking about kids? You understand that? And it's a lot of individuals out there. It's a lot. And some of you members know. Not only the pastors, some of the members, maybe some people on the choir and stuff like that. It's a lot of creeps. It's a lot of creeps in these churches out here. It's a lot of them. I don't care what church you in. It's creeps in churches. You understand that? All right? So it says Carlos Ramirez Valdez, 61 years of age, 61 years old. 61. You 61? Or in your 60s or late 50s, whenever you got arrested, you thinking about kids in that manner? Wow. Now, this person or people like this may get caught for the first time and things like that, but who's to say? He wasn't been doing it for a very long time. It just happened to get caught this time. 45 years of life? That's good for him right there. And I know people could be forgiven, to all the over-righteous people out there. Because you got people, when I do these news articles like this, well, only God can judge them. Only God can do this. Only God can do that, whatever the case may be. That's true. But that's not going to work in the courtroom. He committed a crime or crimes like this. You understand that? And you're going to have to pay for this. That's not going to work with the prosecutors or the judge and things like that. You know what I mean? Who to say what other children he have hurt? They have scarred. You ought to be ashamed of yourself taking up for individuals like this. You understand? It happens time and time when I do these news stories in the comment section. Some of these people's family members or the members will come on and start commenting, trying to take up for this individual or these individuals who get arrested or sentenced to prison and stuff like that. All right? It says Carlos Ramirez Valdez, 61 years of age, of Riverside, was convicted in August of 11 counts of lewd acts with a minor under the age of 14 and 3 felony counts of oral, I don't even want to say that word, honestly. And y'all can read it right there. I don't even want to connect a 61-year-old, right, with children who's under the age of 14. Even if I'm doing a news story, I don't even want to connect that together. It just sounds horrible, despicable, and nasty. You understand? But you got these men like this, some women too, in these churches or in these positions like this, whether it's a pastor, whether you want to call yourself a preacher, teacher, coach, doctor, whatever the case may be, you thinking about kids like that? To the news article out there. Wow. You hold nothing back. Putting this, a 61-year-old, and connected with children who are under the age of 14. But these are the charges. So, hey, you're doing a news story, whatever the case may be, I get it. So it says sexual penetration of a child 10 or younger. 10 or younger. A man in his late 50s or early 60s thinking about stuff like this. And people wonder why it says to the judges out there, if they happen to tune in, give these individuals life in prison. I understand the law can forgive and change people and stuff like that, but when you commit a crime like this, you understand that? It's certain things that I just can't rock with. I just can't rock with. In this situation right here, I can't rock with this fella. You know what I mean? Of course, forgiveness and things like that, and God can change a person. I get it. I understand. I couldn't rock with this fella. I forgive you. I love you as a human being from a distance, but I can't rock with you at all. It says Valdez was a church leader at this name, which I don't know how to pronounce, so we're just going to go to Google Translate.
Iglesia de Dios Ebenezer Church.
All right, in Santa Ana, during the assaults, it says Valdez is accused of luring a girl into his van parked in the church parking lot or to the church's basement to sexually assault the young girl repeatedly over a 7-year period. 7 years. Where was the parents? 7 years. Where was the parents at? That's another question right there. Where was these parents at? You know what I mean? Because listen, man. Whew, you see these? You see these? Y'all can't see my legs neither. You see these though? Wow. I don't condone violence, but his face too clean. You understand? It says the girl was between the ages of 4 to 10 at the time of the assaults. A 4-year-old? A 4-year-old. You in your late 50s probably at the time, according to your age, you're 61 now, right? You probably was in your late 50s or early 60s, whatever the case may be, because you're 61, you could have been 60 or in your late 50s. You thinking about a 4-year-old, even if it was 7 years ago, what is it, 54, early 50s? You thinking about a 4-year-old? How do you think about a 4-year-old in that sense, and you in your 50s? Wow. Wow! You're going to go more to the story? It says the girl reported the past abuse to a school counselor. In January 2020, a girl reported to the Garden Grove police that between 2014 to 2015, Valdez sexually assaulted her when he gave her a ride home from church when the main pastor was not available. The girl was 9 at the time of the assault. As we're scrolling down, excuse these ads on this website, and we're just going to keep scrolling down to see, all right, how much more we got. So it says also in January 2020, a third girl reported to the Riverside police that in 2017, Valdez had repeatedly sexually assaulted her in a backyard shed over an 8-month period. She was 7 and 8 at the time of the assaults. It says churches should be safe sanctuaries, not hunting grounds for child molesters. I agree with that. To the news article out there, I agree with that. Churches should be safe sanctuaries, not hunting grounds for child molesters. I agree with that. And guess what? There's a lot of those individuals right now in the pulpit. You understand? So in this situation, justice have been served. You know what I mean? Get them fellas out the pulpit. Them so-called women preachers out the pulpit who's doing this. Get them out of there. Lock them up. Give them life. 45 years of life, you deserve it, fella. I hope you're tuning in from prison. I hope you could watch stuff like this in prison. I hope them individuals searching your name up on your tablets, on YouTube, and they find this video. I hope you're listening. I hope the inmates listening. If y'all listening, you happen to come across this video in general, wow. And you know, folks in prison and jail, they don't like individuals like you, Carlos. They don't like you. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you're probably going to go on PC, or whatever the case may be. All right? It said these young girls were subject to unimaginable abuse by someone in a position of trust. The sexual exploitation of children will never be acceptable, and predators will be persecuted to the fullest extent of the law, as this news article said. I agree. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this news story. Leave your comments in the comment section. I'm Tony Harvin, signing off. I'm out. Peace. Do remember, if you like, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit that notification bell. And after you hit that notification bell, select all so you can receive all notifications to the videos that come out on this YouTube channel. Thank you.